Hello, I am Master Mario 548. So, it's pretty much official. It's done, it's complete. The Rams are moving back to LA. And like pretty much every St. Louisan, I'm not happy with it. I hate this stupid idea. Even though I'm not the biggest Rams fan or anything, I still hate it because it's just stupid, because Stan is just our owner of the Rams. He's just one of those everyday greedy people you meet who just only cares about the money. He wants piles of money to go and sleep on. And he thinks going back to LA will give him even more of that. I mean, he's already practically a billionaire, but so when it comes to professional teams, St. Louis just really always gets the middle finger, it seems, because we always become unlucky when it comes to this kind of stuff. We've already lost an NBA team an NFL team in the past called the Cardinals, and I think they left in '87 for Arizona and have stayed there since. And after that, for a few years, we didn't have an NFL team, but then we almost got the Patriots, I think, and they were going to be called the Stallions, but that didn't happen. After that, we were supposed to get an expansion team, and they were going to be called the Stallions, but they also didn't come, and they ended up going to Jacksonville instead to become the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, again, we didn't get another NFL team. Then, a couple years later, the Rams went and moved to St. Louis when they, I guess, weren't doing that well there, so. And for the most part, for the early years, the Rams did really good. They went to the playoffs a lot. They went to the Super Bowl 2 times, winning it once and then losing it once to the Patriots, who cheated on them. And they just had a fun run, and just one day they just nosedived. They just got worse and worse and worse, and they were never able to climb back up for some reason. No matter what they did, no matter what they tried, they weren't able to get back up. I remember back in 2009 when I think they won one game. They were just one away loss from going 0-16 and becoming the new Detroit Lions. So it was bad, but ever since then they did slowly start to get better and better and better. And just as they're starting to get good again, possibly, and go back to the playoffs, possibly, they're going back to LA, and it's just like, you're kidding. And we've lost our teams too. We used to have an NBA team called the Hawks, and they moved to Atlanta. And we also used to have the Blues actually almost moved away, but luckily they stayed. So it is just always really such for sports in St. Louis. And we also been denied a Major League Soccer team. Even though I probably wouldn't really watch them that much to admit, but it still kind of sucks that we're always denied these things. People in LA are also saying that they belong in LA because they spent so many years there and just had fans there and all their history. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Just thinking about it this way. The Dodgers, before they went to LA, were in Brooklyn. They had tons of fans, they had a lot of success, and they were just having a fun time there. But then they decided both them and the Giants wanted to go and expand the MLB West, and they moved to LA and San Francisco respectively. And that's how it's been ever since. Even though the fans didn't want that, they still moved to LA. So if all those LAers are going like the Rams should be in LA because they're an LA team, but say that the Dodgers should stay in LA, that kind of sounds hypocritical to me, because if they should agree with that, the Dodgers belong in Brooklyn because they're a Brooklyn team, right? That's the same logic as this, so they should move back to Brooklyn. But I'm sure many LAers would disagree with me, and I think that's called hypocritical. So, it just always sucks when you lose a team, no matter what. Even if they've been doing bad for years, it really sucks. Because Rams fans and just St. Louis did everything they could to have the team stay. They offered the NFL, I think, $400 million for them to stay or so, and all these other plans. We had the best stadium proposal and all that, and they still ended up moving because fuck St. Louis. That's what they pretty much think. So, this is probably how Sonic fans felt back in Seattle several years ago when the Supersonics left. They were fans for years and they just ended up moving. It's just a big middle finger. So the Chargers may also end up be moving there. Maybe, we don't know yet. They have the chance to, but they haven't said anything about it. So we'll probably see in the next few days. From what I heard, they don't like the idea of being with the Rams, but they may change their mind so they can go to LA. But why does LA deserve two of everything? Two NBA teams, two Major League baseball teams, two everything. I think the only ones they really don't have now, or if both the two NFL teams go there, will be hockey and soccer. So, but I'm sure that would change one day when they go like, we don't have two teams for those. We need two teams. Just LA seems to get everything they want. It's no fair. So I don't know if I'm really going to change my opinion or not on what team I want. So I may change, but I may stay. I don't know. And St. Louis has just also been really unlucky when it comes to NFL teams. We almost got the Patriots back in. Like I said, I think we almost got the Patriots back in the 90s and the Jaguars, and we were supposed to get the Stallions, but it never happened. So it's just always a disappointment, and I doubt an expansion will ever happen because there's already 32 teams, and that means they would probably have to expand it to 33, then 34, so they won't have an odd number. So I just don't see that happening in the next few years, even if we got the new stadium done. So after this, we're only going to have the Blues and the Cardinals, and it won't surprise me if the Blues end up moving in 10 years or so, even though their audience is pretty good and they get to the playoffs a lot. But hey, they've never won the Stanley Cup, so they should move. The only team that would probably never move is the Cardinals, and like I said, that would pretty much cause riots everywhere. Just people rioting, going ape. It would be a terrible idea to take away the Cardinals away, so I don't know, but LA is just going to get a team that has been good in years. I don't know if they're really supporting them or not in a few years. It just sucks. It really, really sucks. But there's really nothing we can do about it. They're gone. So there's really nothing else to say about this video. It's a disappointment. So congrats to LAers that you're getting your team back after 20 years, and our city is just falling apart, and one day it's going to be completely abandoned. And what surprises me is that Detroit is pretty much in the same shape as we are. They have a lot of crime, they have a lot of abandoned buildings and all that, and none of their teams ever move. Why? It sucks. It seems if you're a Midwest team, you're always going to get the middle finger in. Yes, I know technically Michigan is a Midwest state, but they are also really far on the East Coast too, but whatever. So I think I'll just go ahead and end this video. There's really no other way to say this because I said everything I said I could about this right now. They had some fun years in St. Louis, they had some bad years, and now they're going, I guess, back home. So, this has been Master Mario 548. Thanks for watching. And LA, you suck. Take care.